Am I?
and you're bling.
I'm not ready at all. I'm totally feel put on the spot. But am I live in your broadcast?
You are live, but
Okay.
I don't
Well,
control this. I
that's
mean,
it.
you're green now. Uh,
Oh, okay.
and
Let me see here. I see myself. I don't see.
you don't see the sleeping
Uh,
bunny.
there you go. It's weird when I'm on the iOS app, and it's kind of weird.
Me too.
To be
So
honest.
I am on my phone, and I brought you on, and then you take up the whole screen.
I did. I don't. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Well, I'm glad I do. And then I guess I have to go show live to see Ella or see you. Right there you go. That's better. Now I can see the
I
bunny and I see myself. Cool.
see myself. I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
what am I
Well,
supposed?
if it finally caught up, I finally can see myself and I see the bunny. I'm totally going like, what is this thing in my face? Please, please don't bore me any longer. What's happening?
What? We don't know what's happening.
Yeah, the bunny probably thinks I'm a chew toy because most dogs do.
So just be careful. He's not fond of green hair, so maybe you're
Oh,
okay.
okay.
He
Well, I can fix that.
Oh, well, you want your hair to be chewed. Is that, are you asking for trouble for me?
Never, but you seem to be kind of a an kind of an online bully.
Only
Sorry,
the puppet.
only only the puppets. Okay, well at least you're being honest.
But you
It's
were
all good.
judging a sleeping bunny. So
Okay.
I think we're
Well,
kind of on equal here.
okay. Well, okay. So let's back up and start over. Hello, that's Puppycat, right? It's not a
Yeah,
puppy. It's not a cat. It's a bunny.
yeah, I'm new at
Okay.
this. I appreciate you coming on and like tell me all about this wild world of live streaming where you just meet strangers and start talking to them.
Isn't that weird? It really is kind of weird, huh? So how new are you? Are you like totally new to this app?
I am totally, I mean, I maybe a month and a half to the whole entire life of
And you've never been live before? Have you ever
no,
watched broadcast before?
no. I mean,
Wow.
this is all like the Truman Show, that Jim Carrey movie. I think of
You
that
know,
all.
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
You're not old enough. Um,
I've heard of it. I just never seen it.
yeah. So I can't remember how many decades ago. I mean, just this comedy about this guy who broadcasts his whole entire life to the world.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of like Bannerman. You ever watch Bannerman's broadcast? He kind
Yeah,
of like takes the camera everywhere he goes, and
and
that's for the most part. That's called in real life,
that
IRL.
Jim Carrey did this decades ago. I mean,
Really
when
interesting.
yeah,
That's interesting.
yeah. So we're new. We don't know what we're doing. I play the piano after midnight, and
Very
I'm a
cool.
on Beardo and Weirdo's cooking show, and I
That's cool.
give out prizes for his trivia games, and I
Yeah. Wow.
story. And I'm a bunny advocate, and my business is built around my love of bunnies. So
How
that's how
cool
I.
is that? That's awesome. I saw you. I believe I saw you go live, or I saw your Instagram because you sent me an Instagram, and then I responded. I think I responded. Though I didn't. Forgive me. But I saw your Instagram. You have a bunch of bunnies, and you have you're like, hey, you want me to phone me? You want to do an unboxing? I'm like, unboxing the live bunnies?
I
No. Uh,
bunny merchandise. I don't know how dexterous you are with your hands.
well, my hands. I have four fingers. They're pretty wide. I can wipe on. I can wipe off. I'm
You
really
you
good
have
at buffing cars
um
and doing dishes.
you have something in common with Puppycat.
Oh, really?
He has
Puppy cat knows how to do dishes?
18. He has 18 toes and fingers. Like for
What? That's a mutant. It's a
the
mutant puppy cat.
well,
I can't tell. Is C.S. Murphy here in the broadcast?
um, people in glass houses, with you and your four fingers.
Yeah, yeah. I'm seeing. Well, I'm seeing chat people like, "Hey, bud." There's C.S. Murphy, Christy Cat saying, "Hey, Foamy."
Mhm.
Are you seeing those people?
Yes, I am. I'm
Oh,
trying to back and forth because I'm on this little video
oh, okay, okay.
phone
Well, hello everyone. Good to see you. If you're here live, welcome. This is is it
scala and puppy cat.
Ella
Oh,
and Puppy Cat, keeping it real tonight on a Thursday night. Um, and yeah, I had to throw on this quick thingy here because my hair wasn't combed. I think it looks a little. Think it looks realistic. I think it looks a little better. But yeah, but so you're asking me how long have I been live streaming and what is it like talking to strangers? Kind of like what we're doing right now. Well, when you think about it, it's totally weird and bizarre, and I don't know what I'm doing here. I gotta go by.
Yeah, so
But
how did you get started?
I've done this. What's that?
How did you get
How did I
started?
get started? Well, let me see here. It goes way back to Periscope. A friend invited me to go live with him, and he goes, "Oh, you have to meet Foamy." And I'm like, "What is this?" He goes, "Just come over here and let me introduce you." So I went live with him. We saw each other for about 5 minutes, interacting and tapping the glass, showing some love, and I was like, "This is pretty cool." So I actually went and signed up on my own Periscope and
Mhm.
started going live. And I was totally like, a little nervous and stuff, and kind of like going like this and going, "Okay, who's out there?
How-
Who's looking at me?" Real kind of cautious. Um, and then people started interacting and sending feedback and saying, "Wow, you're amazing, you look cool, come back and do more lives." I'm like, really? So I got hooked. It's kind of like the feeling an actor or a comedian would get standing on the stage. You hear them say, there's a feeling you get, nothing like being on the stage and making people laugh, right? Or being on a stage and acting and getting a response from the oh, I just lost my light. That's not good. I lost my hair light.
You lost your hair.
I really look bad.
You
Um,
have a
and so
light.
oh, what's that?
You did you say you lost your hair light?
My hair light. Yeah, I have a hair light up there, and it apparently wasn't fully charged, and now I look really, really dark. I apologize.
Well, you just
Um,
'cause most of us don't have spotlights on our hair and face
oh,
and
well, well. So I've taken this live streaming thing to the whole nother level, and so this is what happened. This is really what happened. Can you see me by the way? Because it seems like I dimmed down a bit. Do I look okay? Do I need to go and flicker
you're.
on a light?
I mean, so it'll be good like right next to Puppycat where he's like not in the light anyway.
Okay, so this is fine then.
Chilling. Yeah.
Okay. What is Puppycat's favorite color?
Puppycat's favorite toy are his food puzzles.
Color. Food puzzles. Wow, that sounds like a fun thing. What's Puppycat's favorite color?
Puppycat doesn't really have a favorite color. He,
Are bunnies colorblind?
if he can see all, I mean, he seems like he can see clearly, but look, his eyes are on opposite sides of his head. How clearly can
Oh, that is really bizarre. Wow, that's a freak of nature right there. I never knew that.
low
Um,
of the food chain? So if they're out in the wild, and
oh, that's right. Yeah, they're considered prey.
yes, they are
Yeah,
at
I've
low.
seen enough Mutual of Omaha's to know what that is.
Yeah, so it's usually bad news, and to get a bunny to
Yeah,
and get splayed out like this,
yeah.
months.
Okay.
If,
Let me you have some comments here that you can't see, I don't think, because you're watching on your phone. Todd
oh,
Nance asked, what was the name of the movie that the guy who followed the guy they
follow,
followed the guy
follow.
around? Was it Matthew McConaughey? Was his character named Todd? I don't know what that means.
Me
Is that a
neither.
question for you?
I
And
only
then
know
and
humans.
then Kitty Loves God. Lauren says, "Cute bunny."
Yeah, he's
She
probably.
must be referring to me. Thank you, Lauren. I
Oh,
appreciate that.
all right, you just take over.
Sorry.
So the other cute bunny is Puppycat. He's a rescue from Save a Bunny in Northern California.
Oh, look at that. Wow, that's awesome.
He came to us about 7 years ago, and
Wow.
people say, we saved him, but usually it's the other way around.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
really? Homie's a celebrity. Oh my gosh, I'm so honored.
Hey, Todd. Thank you for that plug. I don't know what circle he's referring to.
But
But yeah. So I went live on Periscope, and then within 2 weeks, a new app came out. Have you ever heard of Busker?
no.
Busker was an app that was pretty cool, and the buzz about Busker was this app. They can tip you live via PayPal
Uh
in
huh.
increments of 1, 3, 5, 10, and $20.
Wow.
And yeah, it was totally amazing. So I went live on Busker, and
Huh?
within 2 days, almost like this app, within 2 days, someone from the app, like from the team, came in my broadcast and says, "Oh, this is cool," and boom on my screen, I see a little kind of like a twinkling of a little animation, and it says, "You got $1." I'm like,
Oh.
what? How did I got $1? How did I get that? It was $1. It was a PayPal dollar, and
Uh,
it totally went directly to PayPal.
Papa Milk.
and I was hooked ever since then. About 8, 9 years ago or so, I was hooked and started
Oh,
going live on Busker, and I had a blast.
so did you become an instant millionaire?
No, but I became an instant $100 heir. If that's the thing, if
Oh,
that's the thing. So let me tell you this. Let me tell you this is crazy. So I'm going live, acting silly and thinking I'm cool and everything.
mhm.
And then the puppeteer's daughter picked up a yellow puppet named Billy and started interacting with me live on Busker, and
Oh,
that's when it took off. You'd never guess what happened after that.
what
And by the
happened?
way, you have to look at my Instagram because you have to know who Billy is. Billy's a little yellow fellow, and he's basically a half baked puppet. I mean, he's a half made puppet. I never finished him. We started working on him, and we never put hair on him. Never gave him a nose. He's just a yellow Muppet looking puppet. I'm more of a what they call what they call me. I'm kind of a rod puppet. You know, I kind of talk differently than a regular puppet, but like a Muppet. Muppets have like open their mouth and stuff. And they're Muppets. I don't know how else to put it. But anyhow, you have to go to Instagram and see what I'm talking about. Hello from Seattle. Silver and Gold is in the place to be. Hey, Silver and Gold, how are you? I'm hanging out here with Ella and her pit bulls.
My pit bull, yes, my deadly pit bull.
Oh, I'm sorry, her bunnies. My bad.
You
They're
might
just a little intimidating looking.
in lenses. Do you have your spectacles on tonight?
I have about I don't know, about 30 pairs of glasses and props. Because here's the thing, Ella. Here's the thing. Versus the hand, yeah, there you go. Versus the hand puppets, Silver and Gold. So the app, the Busker app, loved me and Billy so much. They said, hey, would you go live in this app for a minimum of 20 minutes a week, and we will send you some PayPal goodies. I'm like,
Oh,
really? Let me think about it. Okay, fine, we'll do it. And for about a year, every week we went live in this app. I'm serious. It was in every once a month we got a little PayPal ding, and we were like, hey. So we developed a show. It was called the Dollar Store Discovery Show. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can see a few clips from it, and it's totally like watching TV from the '50s because it's totally underdeveloped and really over thought out. That's Silver and Gold. I believe he was there. He might even remember. But we did this thing where we would go to the dollar store every weekend and figure out items that we can buy, for like $10 worth of items, and then bring them back to the show and talk about them. So we had different themes. We had candy themes. We had gift themes. We had how to make your live streaming better themes with dollar store items, and we had a blast. And we made lots of friends. I made friends around the globe, believe it or not, and even met them in person.
wow.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm serious. It's a true story, Silver and Gold. Silver and Gold's in here interacting with us as well. Good to see you, Silver. Thanks for hanging out. That app, Busker, they were local. They were based out of Santa Monica. And if I'm talking too much, Ella, please let me know because, you know, I can
Learning.
I can talk a lot.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hey,
and what's that?
it's a gift.
Okay. You're gonna send me a gift?
A
That's all
gift.
I heard. You kind of broke up a little bit.
I say you have a gift of gab.
Oh,
So
a gift again. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, when live streaming, sure. In person, forget it. I'm like,
oh,
um,
no stress.
yeah. True story, Todd. They do. They sell all kinds of crazy stuff. They even sell beef. They even
How,
sell ribeye steak. Believe it or not.
how's
Seriously, you can buy ribeye steak from the dollar store, and we tried it, and it was
oh
just raw beef jerky.
oh? Did you try the pregnancy test?
No, I had no need for that.
Oh, okay.
But I've tried their gummy worms. I've tried their uh, sweetest fish. True story. We did a show where Billy dressed up like Willy Wonka,
Uh
but we
huh.
called him Billy Bonka, and and we made a little top hat for him out of like foam and like little candies, and I had my very first Swedish fish experience. Have you ever eaten Swedish fish before?
The kind from Target, yeah.
Yeah, same thing. I never had it before, and I don't know if you realize now, but when I would eat the Swedish fish, it would actually go through my mouth and fall at the back of my head. Totally bizarre, totally weird, and we almost lost our contract over that.
That might be kind of frightening if you showed small children.
Yeah, well, there wasn't small kids using the app. They usually use like other apps, like Likey. I don't know what else they use. PBS for kids, that kind of thing.
So
Um,
how
but
did
yeah,
the
so we did a weekly show. We had a ball. We had theme music. I met a rapper on Busker who did a theme intro for us. Amazing. I don't know if you ever heard of the real Fabe. He's the kind of guy who will go live and rap, but he'll rap the comments, and
that
you have to see it to believe it because it's really a really amazing talent and skill. I mean, like if I was, he'd be like, "Here I am," rapping
go
and stuff. And
for
what's
me?
that?
Go
What's
back
that?
further though for me. I mean, how did foamy come about? I mean, did you always like to make puppets? Did you
Oh, you want me to go way, way, way back to before my friend introduced me to
was
Periscope? Is that what you're asking me?
yeah, when foamy was born, like before foamy was born, when
Yeah.
he was a twinkle in your eye, what happened?
Well, let me see if I can remember. See if I can remember. Hold, give me a second here. Um, well, so true story. I come from several different pieces of foam, and to be honest, this foam if that's my face now, it was not the foam we started with. Just gonna put it out there. I'm kind of like foamy. I don't know, probably 4.2. I've been through several revisions because I don't know if you realize this or not, but foam decomposes and
Yeah,
it doesn't look good after a year. So when I was labbing that for every week and stuff, by the time we ended, I looked like a piece of Brillo pad. I mean, I look really bad. I look like I aged like 15 years in 1 year. It was really not a good look. But for the most part, this is foam that's been spray painted, and I'm not ashamed to say that. And eventually the tips begin to dull out, and I can always touch it up with spray paint. But after a while, it just begins to look like an old cushion that from your cousin's house. It
the
doesn't look good at all. Um, and so I've been through several revisions, and I was like, man, how can I keep up with with my neighbor? And I've had some work done. I've had my pupils enlarged. I'm not
so
ashamed to say that. I've since have been I've added dentures. These are not real. These are kind of fake. Yeah,
oh,
these are fake. But here's the thing. Here's and I'll get to the story where I started, just
uh-huh.
because you asked. But check this out. There was another app I went on after Busker. So Busker broke everyone's heart because Busker ended.
Oh,
They couldn't afford the Apple fees, and
oh,
they broke the news to all of us. They said we're going to be going dark in 3 months. It was
oh.
like a big giant cry fest because we had so many cool experiences on the app, and there was like different themes, and people did like
Did they
uh, uh
a business
talent shows and stuff. Go ahead.
enough money because of a bad business model? You think?
Well, they said that Apple's fees were just too high, and they couldn't survive. And they were very, very generous, kind of like I don't know, kind of like what we're experiencing here. They're generous here. However, they had contracted, like myself, they had contracted broadcasters on another app, and I believe I was bottom tier, as they say. So they actually dished out a lot of money for talent to come use their app. And I would imagine, that's a good thing to do, and they had some great people. I mean, they had some great broadcasters over there. Joe Pickles was over there. Let me see who else you might know who was over there. I think Claire Memes may have been there at one point. And I don't know who else, what names have been around, for a long time. I think Joanne, from Hawaii,
Yeah.
was on Busker as well. Let me see. Todd Nance says they sell protection too. I asked the clerk, okay, and he's still referring to protection from the dollar store. There you go. Um, and so check this out. So let me tell you real quick. So there was another app that went on. It was a crazy app, and you may have heard of it called Live Me. The app got a bad rap, but it was based out of I think Hong Kong, and so it had a lot of money, poured into the app, and a lot of it was kind of like a slot machine of an app. You had coins, you gift broadcasters, yada yada, do do do, and you can get contracts and go live for 3 months and get like a certain amount of dollars and this and that and the other. But they would have these big lavish parties. I've been to two of their parties, and I tell you, I thought I hit the big time just by going to these parties. Can I tell you one story?
Yeah.
So basically, it's like they don't want fans to show up because of all the broadcasters going to be there, and these broadcasters are somewhat pseudo celebrities. This is me doing air quotes, celebrities. And I'm speaking for myself. And so they're like, okay, so we're going to send you a code and an email, and you have to drive to the parking lot over at UCLA, and then we will shuttle you to the party. I'm like, what?
Wow.
You're not gonna shuttle me anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah.
Todd Ness, like, live me is where I watch you. Oh, that's cool, Todd. So yeah, so Todd, you may have seen it. So basically, they rented a mansion in Bel Air, and you had to
Oh,
park at UCLA. Okay, are you familiar with the West Coast?
yes.
You are, because you are West Coast. Yeah,
Oh,
so in the LA area, so you had to park at UCLA, the college, and
yeah.
then you had to go check in, and they had to prove that your name connected with the live streaming name that you used, and then they shuttled us to the hills of Bel Air. I'm like, wow, this
Station.
is amazing. I finally made it the big time.
Woo!
And it was just a party. I mean, it was just a party. It wasn't a big deal, but it was a
Like,
party. I'd never been shuttled to a party before. I'm just saying that.
do you appear as your human self or as your foamy self?
Well, well, usually the way I travel is I'm in a suitcase, and the funny thing is, I was in a suitcase. I was in little giant roller suitcases that they kind of carved out, and they kind of made room for me. And I just had to be quiet, kind of like, play it off until someone says, who are you and stuff, and then they have to show my face. They're like, oh, you're foamy. So yeah, but I'm pretty much in the suitcase, and for the ride. But someone recognized the puppeteer's voice on the bus and go, is that foamy? It was awesome. So
You just
that kind of stuff is really kind of neat when you're really nobody and you kind of just show up and you're just
uh
a piece of foam and stuff. And so I've had fun. I've had fun. And you say, what's it like meeting strangers? I don't think I've ever met a stranger I didn't know.
well, I had to process that for Bill's.
Yeah. So as I said it, I had to process it.
Yeah.
so so I've been to two of those parties and mansions, and for Live Me, no other app I know has done parties like that, and that was quite the party. Busker did a party in Westwood at like a restaurant bar, and had hors d'oeuvres and a live jazz band.
Wow.
So, and then now in COVID, I mean, Haps is off the hook. They don't have to throw parties.
Yeah.
You can do a Zoom thing, I guess. But why
Virtual.
do Zoom when you can use the app? So that's my story. Sticking to it. So the way I started was, um, the puppeteer here guy here, who kind of like doesn't really show his face unless he has to, because
Right.
believe me, if you saw his face, you'd be like, you know what, this is not working for me. Okay, next.
Wow.
He was working doing video production, and he brought an idea to the team. One week we should do a video using puppets, and we should make these puppets out of foam.
What
And for whatever reason, he was on a kick with puppets, and they bought it, and they ended up buying a whole bunch of supplies, foam and sticks and strings and paint and stuff. And he made a puppet. The puppets we made were beat puppets. We made like a boogie board, a suntan lotion bottle, a kite puppet, and we all used them
wait,
for a
where
video.
I mean, where were you? Were you in like an office? Were you with your friends when this like
Yeah, well, yeah. I was with he was with coworkers, and so basically that was a success. The following week, this is where the magic happened. The following week, this is a true story. Hashtag true story. The following week, it was slow, and there was a bunch of foam sitting on the desk and a bunch of paint just sitting there. And so the guy here, puppeteer guy, was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make a puppet. I'm gonna make a foam puppet, and then and like a like a Sesame Street puppet." He tried doing voices. He couldn't do Grover because Grover was already taken. He couldn't do Animal because it hurt his throat. And he couldn't do Kermit because it was too nasally. So he's like, forget it. I'm gonna do my own voice. So he made a puppet that looked like himself, so that he would have to use his own voice. Is that clever? I mean, seriously, that's amazing, bro. You really,
yeah.
thought that out very well. uh, did you ever watch Raccoon Todd? I never watched Raccoon Todd. Todd is asking. Um, and so we went to lunch. He brought the puppet to lunch and recorded a Facebook video. And this is when Facebook video was like the latest greatest thing. Okay,
Mhm.
remember you post videos on Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he posted a Facebook video, and it's somewhere. I should pull out one of these days and have it roll in when I go live. And he went live and he showed it, and the people on Facebook, his Facebook land, were like, "This is amazing. Do more." So we've been doing more ever since. And that puppet was really a bad version, and we just kind of, made me faster, stronger. The whole $6 billion thing. We played the $6 billion theme actually when it was being made. True story. Um, And so yeah, that's how it started. It started, as he couldn't, he enjoyed the creative process from start to finish. In anything, videos, graphics, spray paint. This is my spray painted backdrop. I used to do graffiti art back in the day. I don't know if you can see that Hot Wheel there behind me next to
Yeah.
the flamingo. The
Uh-huh.
Hot Wheel package is custom designed, and he used to customize Hot Wheels. So we do all kinds of crazy fun stuff, and I'm just kind of here's my shirt. Check out my shirt. You see my shirt? Be kind.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, thank you. And that's my logo right there. There's the logo. There's the Foamy logo. And I think you've seen my bling, which
Yes.
everyone seems to be doing now on their broadcast, making
I love it.
making their own version of the Haps logo. I think I got inspired by Ookberry.
By
She
what?
made like a sign, when you could throw around in the corner.
Uh-huh. Do you sell your shirt?
Do I sell my shirt? I try. So during the busker era. Busker, another cool thing was, and I think this is probably where they kind of, bit off more than they can chew. But not only did they have the ability to tip you live, and they have got a percentage, of course, but then they started introducing each broadcaster can sell their products. So you
Uh-huh.
would have loved it back then. You can
Yeah.
actually, so you can go live and you can tap on the glass and you can see what products you wanted to sell. And I had T-shirts, I had stickers, I had paintings that I did, and photos that I would sell for $3, $5, $10. But you know where I went wrong with the shipping? I didn't know anything about shipping, and I totally ate all my profits in the shipping because I had this elaborate boxes with colorful confetti and all kinds of tchotchkes and candy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was thinking like Disneyland, but I had like a budget, a dollar store budget.
Yep.
So
I
anyhow, so yeah, I did sell shirts and then realized, okay, you have to really have a game plan if you're gonna sell stuff. I didn't have a game plan. I wanted the whole Disney store without the game plan, and that's a lot of work.
ah, let's talk. I can help.
Well, there you go. So what's going on with the unboxing? Do you want me to? Do you want to see me try to attempt to open a box?
Yeah, or a package from my company, because broadcasters do that with me. When I find that a broadcaster, a creator, image can mesh with my own brand, that's important. I have to make sure that you're not like parading, doing like puppet porn or something, because
Oh, okay. Well, yeah,
I have to keep my brand image about PG.
sure.
So I
My image as well. I never knew that was a thing. You just told me I got to erase that from my head and my mind. You just rewind it for a while. Good night.
so
Never heard that before.
yeah, so or the R-rated hip hop, even if they're just words, right? I mean, boy, I shouldn't have used that word because
Well,
people.
well, I do our rated hip hop, but you know what the R means? Really, really good.
See, we can deal with that.
So yeah, so I do have some songs, but I don't have any. Actually, I was working on a song before I saw you on the broadcast tonight. I was working on a song, and I have a few songs that have all been inspired by live broadcasting and broadcasters, and the viewers too. And I got to find them. They're on 8-track somewhere. I got to find the 8-track and
But a
get
track. How old are you?
who, me personally, or as a puppet.
Or
Okay,
either.
now you're getting too personal.
Oh, sorry,
But
sorry.
I like retro. Okay, I buy retro things. I like retro classic things. I like things that are made from real steel, like
Uh,
classic cars, classic radios. I like the old feelings. I don't like the new feelings. The T feelings. I like old retro stuff. And so yeah, so I have 8-tracks and I keep it real. Um, let's see how he does that question. Am I good or what? I've been live streaming for quite a while, and I've dealt with questions. You don't know how many times I get people asking me, show your face, especially on other apps. Where they're like, oh, come on, you don't want to show your face because you're scared. I'm not scared. I just don't want to show my face.
yeah, I mean, like now, I'm. I also know that it's appropriate for me to talk to a guest. Hey, show your. But
Yeah,
this is
it's rude. Yeah,
only
exactly.
talking to.
Yeah. Um, So all I have to say, I do sing, and one of these days I'll have to share some of my music. Foamy sounds like he's in his early 30s. Exactly. Thank you, there, Silver and Gold. How's what's up with that? I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna try something here. There's a game I used to play back in the day, and it used to work better because I had a different nose. So we'll see if this works. This is a clean game. It used to be called Face Off. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna put a prop on my face, and are you laughing already?
Yeah, yeah.
Or are you
I'm ready.
laughing or are you sneezing?
No, no, I'm just moving my camera
Oh,
inappropriately.
okay, okay, okay. So
Waiting.
I'm gonna just count to three, and I'm gonna put a prop on my face, and you can't laugh. Okay. If you wiggle your ears, blink, flare your nostrils, and/or crack a smile, then you lose. Okay. Usually I have music too. I had music going and flashing lights and stuff, but I got tired of doing so much prep work.
I was
Um,
just
but
laughing
does that
at shoes you have on. Oh,
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna lose.
I'm sorry.
I was laughing at your hairdos already, so I think
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
don't think.
there you go. There you go. So I'm gonna do this thing. It's called Face Off. I've never done it before in Haps. It's the first time. So here we go. Three,
Yep.
2, 1, and I hear you. I hear you gasping for air. So I think that's a laugh.
Asthma attack.
Okay. You okay? Should we call 911?
Yes.
Are you okay? Someone
I
call 911.
my inhaler.
Ella is having an asthma attack, and it wasn't me. It was Silver and Gold. Oh no, you okay?
Yes.
Can we hit the thing? Can we hit the hit the mobile device?
Yeah.
Okay.
Inhaler. I'm
Well,
fine.
there you go. So so you lost. You lost that first round of Face Off. And I'm thinking about changing the name since it's new on Haps, and with Haps I can actually bring in graphics, right? When I go live on the desktop.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do that here on the mobile. But let's do one more round. You in for one more round, or do you need some time
Yep.
to breathe?
I'm good. Go for it.
Okay, let's go for it. Here we go. Okay, and 3, 2. Oh, see, sometimes it doesn't work. My nose is different than it used to be. I don't know if you have the same problem. Okay, 3. Oh, see, it keeps falling off. I need to upgrade the mechanisms. Hold on, I'm not gonna give up. 3. Okay, that one seems to be worn
Malfunction.
out, not working. Let me try a different one here. I hope this doesn't startle you, but here we go. 3, 2, 1, Face Off.
Oh.
Hey!
Oh.
Oh, is that too scary? Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Are you there?
Well, I have to gather myself.
That was kind of a cheap one. That's not my favorite, but if we need to call the fire department, no fear, because got you covered. Okay, I got you covered. This is my
Very.
I probably didn't even look scary. If a firefighter showed up, hey, where's the fire? I'd probably run too.
Do
Okay,
you
sorry.
have hats? Hats would be very effective for you too.
I have plenty of hats. I have lots of hats. I have lots of hats and hats. So earlier you asked me about sunglasses or glasses. I have been collecting glasses ever since I started going live, and I have to modify them. These are actually on. I have to do like gluing and what do you call it? Stretchy band stuff.
Uh-huh.
Not like stretchy pants, but stretchy band. Elastic. There you go. That's what I was looking for. Thank you,
Like,
Silver and Gold, for reminding me. Elastic on my glasses so they stay on because they wouldn't stay on and stuff. Kind of like the way you saw my chip clip the other day. Same thing with glasses. I couldn't do it without a chip clip, and I want to look somewhat decent and professional. So I have lots of hats that I've made, none that are within grabby. Oh, this one right there. Hold on. I do have one that's right here. Give me a second. I gotta remove this. Let's see here. Hold on. Oh, Silver and Gold. Do you know who Silver and Gold is? Ella? Ella, are you there? Ella, are you frozen? Do we need to call 911? Ella, did we lose you? Am I? Is this an app takeover? Hello, Mike. Check 1 2. Silver and Gold, are you there? I think we did we. Oh, Ella's there. Okay, cool. Well, what happened? You disappeared. I definitely need to get a quarantine haircut. This has been my look for the past 9 months or so. Um, and I'm afraid to go to the barber because I'm afraid I'm gonna get. I want to get the cooties. You know what I'm saying? So what happened? Am I taking over your broadcast? All I went to go do is go get my hat.